move forward. And so those opportunities coming in, these new opportunities, you're being gifted something wonderful of being able to just charge forward, okay? Hi Scorpios, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Extended Monthly Tarot for April 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. Quick messages that came out while I was clearing your cards. Got a very strong sense of, I'm getting like the hanging man, feeling like we're stuck. The song I Want to Break Free from Queen started playing in my head. And this impulsive urge to want to break free from something, like we're feeling stuck. And so that's with that hanging man energy of, you're not stuck. You're meant to be still because there's a message that your higher self, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they're trying to get through to you. And this is a message related to your Pluto and Aquarius, this transformation, answering the wake-up call, your destiny. So please, with this impulsive energy, especially impulsive energy, we're going to talk a little bit about the astrology. There's so much Aries energy. There is a lot related to impulsive feelings of like just wanting to break free and start something new. So we have to make sure, though, there's nothing wrong with this push to answer that wake-up call, but we have to make sure that our shadow is healed, because if we're not, that's when our shadow plays tricks on us and we just repeat cycles that we've already been through. It might look shiny and new, but then once we're in it, it's like, oh my God, this is exactly where I was. It's like, you know, a job, like you want to get a new job and then you impulsively are like, screw it, I'm quitting my job, and you find another job and it looks like it's great, but then like you're missing some red flags that are very connected. Like let's say, so I worked in restaurants forever, and you know, there's a big difference between the way like a corporate restaurant runs and like a mom and pop. And so it's like this idea of like, you worked at the like a mom and pop where everybody was friends, but like it was complete chaos. And then you're like, I need to get out of this. And then all of a sudden you find a job, but it's the same type of restaurant. It looks like it's different, it's cooler, like there's a better vibe. But then once you're there for a couple months, you realize, oh my God, like this is the same thing that I already went through. It's that kind of energy, okay? So whatever it is that is urging you to just charge forward and get out there, I don't want that to be your shadow tricking you from getting this important information that's trying to get to you. So if you can, please be still and allow that information to come in, because it is really powerful. It is really connected to where you are heading. I just feel like we might be not understanding that it's trying to be sent to us right now. And a big thing too, I want to mention, Mercury goes retrograde in Aries April 1st, all right? This is where we need to be very mindful of how we react and then how we receive how other people react. This is that reactionary communication and behavior when it comes to communication breakdowns, travel breakdowns. The example I'm giving is, you know, you're agitated, your flight got delayed, and you're so angry that you just go yell at the front desk person, even though they have literally nothing to do with it. And they can't do anything because they're, again, constrained and restricted by the rules of their job. All right. So it's like that kind of stuff where we just want to make sure that we're mindful of how we react. And then if other people react a certain way, it's not accepting it, saying it's okay, but just understanding where it's coming from eases that ability of that energy to stick onto us. Okay. And also, too, if you want to skip ahead, I'm going to have a timestamp for the tarot spread, but just a few more astrological things. So much Aries energy, but also we have that April 8th new moon solar eclipse, okay? So this is the energy where it's that change, those shakeups. So that's what I mean is like, Mercury retrograde is actually a perfect time, too. Because there is so much in the 3D world of like communication breakdowns. That's the perfect time to go within. If you can utilize that first week of April to just allow yourself to sit in silence and hear the downloads come in, journal, you know, scribble, and just let your thoughts take you away. Put on music that was connected to a certain time in your life where you really had like these like epiphanies, if you will. I really just want you to make sure you take time to focus on that, okay? But this new moon, that's like those big shakeups, okay? And these epiphanies are coming. So if we can prep ourselves, right? Like with staying in the silence, all of a sudden we're going to get this epiphany when it comes to where we're heading, the direction of our lives. And again, not just personally, but collectively, okay? The more of us that can individually do that work, the better off the collective is gonna be. That's when we charge forward, okay? We gotta get the light and the shadow working together. Right now, we're at a point where the Capricorn paradigm's crumbling, the Aquarian age is coming in, but they both want control. And so it feels like things are unstable internally and externally. So the more of us, again, that can individually steer that ship forward, the better off we'll be collectively, okay? All right, so yes, new moon, solar eclipse, gonna be huge. And remember, align with the Aquarian age. It's very easy to get attached to the T, if you will, of the shadow energy of the Capricorn paradigm shadow that is trying to exert its power, or keep its power, if you will. But try your best to not give too much attention. I'm not saying you can't just watch a TikTok. Like, I found this amazing channel of this this person who has a really deep Southern accent, and they're talking about all the royal drama with this Southern accent, and like basically equating the royal family's drama to like stereotypical trailer park drama, and it's amazing, okay? But like, it's just like you just can't consume too much or get too much enjoyment out of like that stuff is basically the message that I'm getting. Okay, so April 20th. This one I think is the biggest for the collective and for a lot of people personally. April 20th is Jupiter in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. Now remember, Jupiter went direct in Taurus at the end of December, and Uranus went direct in Jupiter at the end of January. So this is, again, expansion, breaking free, okay? Uranus is rebellion, breaking free from the norms, breaking free from toxic cycles, breaking free from toxic relationships. So this is a very powerful and rare aspect. It only happens every 12 years. So you can even go back 12 years, see the themes that were in your life 12 years. I'm terrible at math, so I can't even think of what year that was. What is 2024? 2012? Okay, so go back to 2012 and see these impulses and breaking free, right? And then see where it's taking you. Okay, so anyway, so this is a rare aspect, and it's going to really open us up to new opportunities and for magic. So this is where that impulsive Knight of Wands, like wanting to charge forward. Just be sure that we're not repeating a cycle from the past. If there's a new opportunity, make sure this is an opportunity that's really going to push you forward, okay? And not get you just right back where you thought you left. All right. And this, like, not just career, but relationships, because that's another, like, that's even a better example is relationships. Like, how many times we think, oh, this person's so different than my ex. And then all of a sudden it's like, surprise, it's the same, it's the same energy, just a different mask. Okay. So like, we all wear masks, right? And like, we're all just beams of energy. And so like some people's masks, they're really good at that illusion of masking their energy. Like, it's like their rising sign is so strong, you don't see that sun energy shadow aspect with it. You're getting a lot of messages, Scorpio, okay? And so this also too, it's this idea of like healing your shadow makes you see other people's projections clearer, okay? It's seeing the red flags. Like, when we don't see those red flags when we allow the illusion of our shadow to find comfort in what it knows, even if what it knows isn't good for us, okay? But April 20th, again, new opportunities, magic, believe in magic, like get into that watery, amazing, creative energy and really put yourself out there in some way. And again, this doesn't have to be outwardly to other people, but even just like singing as loud as you can and like painting, like, and blasting your favorite music. Like, there's just something here where I want you to put out that energy of I am ready to receive my highest vibration, okay? So another one that's important, especially for you, April 23rd, full moon in Scorpio, all right? So this is intense and dynamic, and it's encouraging us to take back our power and remove ourselves from people and situations that are holding us back. So this is where I'm saying, like, think of the beginning of April as more of the prepping, if you will, like what am I trying to say? I'm like my Gemini rising and moon is getting the best of me right now. Preparing for, like, not a fight though. I'm getting, Rocky going up the steps. I mean, he is going to prepare for a fight, but anyways, please don't make it a fight. But this is something where we feel like our power has been taken away. And this is why it's so important for a healed shadow, because if our shadow takes the lead, it does things out of fear. We don't want to take our power back out of fear. We want to take it back out of confidence. All right. I'm getting that very strong, like 7 of Wands energy. I think this is a big part of that transition, that Pluto in Aquarius transition for you. So please see where Aquarius, what house Aquarius is in your chart, any planets ruled by Aquarius, and also what house Pluto is in your chart and what sign rules Pluto. Because I feel like this is something you're going to look back on and be like, I get it. Okay. And so that's when, like, that shadow work, doing it, and it's like, I understand why I keep getting in these situations with these people or these careers or, you know, whatever, these thought patterns, right? These routines can be so much as just like not having a solid structured routine, negative thinking, but whatever it is, like there's something here where you take your power back. And again, it doesn't have to be with somebody else. It can be just internally with your shadow, letting your shadow know, hey, we're safe. It's okay. I've got this. Okay. I've got this. So huge, huge energy for you, Scorpio. So please utilize all that moon energy to activate all of that, okay? Just don't move forward too quickly, right? Because this tower moment is coming in. The lightning bolt of change is coming in, and things are going to move really fast. So we just have to make sure that we stay very, very grounded when this happens, okay? So last thing I'm going to talk about, end of the month. This I love the best because April 30th, we have Mars entering Aries, and then we also have Venus in Taurus squaring Pluto in Aquarius. And so this is where I see the dynamic of the patriarchal masculine power of Capricorn and paradigm, like the crumbling of that to welcome in the divine feminine rule, if you will, okay? We have the Emperor and the Empress, right? So Mars is home in Aries and Venus is home in Taurus. I just saw this beautiful bird just come to my window. And this is what I'm saying is like, there's a lot of fiery energy. Remember, like people in power who think that losing power means they lose themselves. Like they're going to do anything they can to keep that power. Okay. So remember, when people feel backed in a corner, sometimes, like, you know, the shadow thinks it has to protect themselves, even though it might not be a threat like type of aspect. So just pay attention to the end of the month. It's very fiery. It's very, I'm getting 2 rams butting heads. Okay. But this is, again, shift your perspective, because that Venus in Taurus squares Pluto in Aquarius, this transformation is meant to come in, but you're going to probably experience and notice a lot of power struggles, a lot of clashing, and it can be with people in your life, okay? So I don't want you to get stuck in this energy, all right? The light comes from within. Don't let anybody take your power away because they're hurting or they feel threatened. If you're shining that inner light and you're not doing it from like a shadow ego-based energy, you push it back to them, okay? Like, it's like, you can even, I do this sometimes like with text messages, like where it's like somebody's projecting really hard, and then I just take my phone and I go, and I blow it, and I blow that energy back. Because remember, water, you're water, Scorpio. I'm water, I'm Pisces. We absorb other people's energy, and sometimes we don't even realize it. Like even thoughts that we have, like we have to ask ourselves, are these really my thoughts? Or is this because I'm allowing that other person's energy to come in and somehow, like, you know, put it on to myself or whatever? You're surrendering to something big when it comes to how you think, your beliefs. I'm thinking too, like, this is about how you believe in yourself and taking a stand with integrity and courage. All right. Standing in your power. This is taking your power back. Okay. And this is also ruled by Mars and Leo. So that there's such a thing as a healthy ego. And when you have a healthy ego and somebody tries to project onto you that to try and bring you back down because they need you in the comfort of what they know you as, you don't accept that. You reject that, okay? Because part of this healthy ego is part of your Pluto in Aquarius transformation. Wow, you had so much in there, and like the hairs on my arm are standing up. So I really feel like this is a very powerful, I mean, clearly it is for the collective. And so far, every single person, every single sign has gotten really powerful, amazing readings, and they all intertwine with each other. Okay. So remember that we all have different areas in our life where these themes might be coming in, but collectively it's all the same energy. Okay. All right. Surrender. And let's see what we got for Scorpios for April 2024. Again, thank you so much for joining me, Scorpios. Don't forget to hit that like button and comment if it resonates in a certain way. Share with somebody you think it might resonate with, and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Yeah, wow. When you surrender whatever this is, and again, this can just be like beliefs of yourself or whatever, and you answer that wake-up call that Pluto and Aquarius has been, remember, go back since December and January, okay? It could be even like there was like things were taking off, and then all of a sudden like it like, you know, retrograded in a sense. And now it's like, no, like you were meant to continue on that, like breaking free from your Saturn blocks, fears, limitations. Learn the lesson from that, and you unlock this. Okay, and this is ruled by Mercury and Virgo. So remember, it takes discipline in our thoughts. It takes discipline in the story we tell. It takes discipline in the intentions we write. Okay, so there's a book called It Works, and it is all about the discipline of like writing your intentions every day, visualizing your intentions every day. Wow, and then just doing it consistently. Okay, like you have to believe in it. So April is a perfect month. I think it was $4 on Amazon. I'm gonna put it in my link tree. Amazing book, $4. Okay, and it's like only a few pages, and you're probably gonna be like, yeah, whatever, like this works. But like you have to do it. Okay. All right, this is amazing. You got a similar energy of Geminis. A lot of court cards here, okay? A lot of court cards, major arcana. And what did I say about the I want to break free? Look what you got at the end of the month. The Ace of Swords, freedom, okay? Freedom from something, determination, moving forward, okay? Wow, did you hear that? Yes, okay? Believe it. All right, overall energy for the month of April. I almost keep saying February because I think there's so much energetically in April that it reminds me a lot of February, and I keep saying that. So anyways, overall energy for the month of April 2024 is the Queen of Cups, all right? This is ruled by Gemini and Cancer, but there's clearly really strong water energy. And so for you, I do feel this is you, and I do want you to remember to focus on the divine feminine energy, whether or not you identify as female, male, neither, it doesn't matter. Harness divine divine feminine energy this month, okay? This is that energy I get of like the movie Little Nicky, where like they have the battle at the end. If you've never seen it, it's an Adam Sandler movie, but there's like the demons and then there's Little Nicky, and like the demons keep throwing all this like scary stuff, and like Little Nicky just like gives back love, right? Like he just does this. Like this is the energy I want you to feel of when people are exerting that shadow Aries energy. You just send back love and destroy that toxic energy, okay? Don't let it stick to you. Don't allow it to absorb into you. This is part of that transformation, Scorpios. Not allowing that energy to absorb into you, because then it festers and then we get, you know, like back into these cycles. So this is a big one, all right? It's a very big one. And Knight of Swords, in an area of what you need more of, standing up for what you believe in, injustice. This is ruled by Taurus and Gemini. So this might have to do with a Gemini in your life, or you might have very strong Gemini placements. But I really want you to think about the way that you stand up for yourself, if you do. And if you do, is it through light or is it through shadow energy? Because I want you to stand up with the bold confidence. I want you to speak your truth. I want you to stand up for yourself without fear of what happens after. Because we get into situations in life where we speak our truth and then it doesn't get received the way we want. And then we start thinking, I was wrong because other people aren't believing my truth or seeing my truth. And that's not the takeaway. there's things that you can't see why they happen. And maybe it's just to show you that there is injustice in the world, okay? Like maybe you had rose-tinted colored glasses of like how the world worked, and like it could be an actual like court case or like something to do with that, where you had this understanding of like, this is how it works. And, you know, people are telling you this is how it works. And you're like, no, this is my truth. This is what's fair. This is what's right. And you have to stand in it regardless of the outcome. Okay. That's just something you have to stand in your truth and not let other people's energies sway that truth, or their influence like affect what you believe in the core of who you are. Okay. But then also too, when it comes to standing in our truth, we can't do it out of fear. So that's why I think like the tarot is showing you that courage and that confidence. You have to heal your shadow first, all right? Because otherwise the foundation is cracked. And we don't want a cracked foundation, because then again, we can react in certain ways out of fear that won't be received in a certain way, okay? And then when you are standing in a solid foundation, when you've healed your shadow and say it's not received the way you intend, you can still stand in your truth, okay? Wow. Queen of Swords. So again, like this can relate to legal issues, but this is where I think you have a solid understanding of that, because the Queen of Swords does not allow emotions to rule her decision making. It's a ruled by Virgo and Libra, but there's also water energy in this card. And this is allowing your experiences to inform your decisions. And so this is where I'm saying is like, you're in a situation, it can be legal, or it can like be business related. I'm just getting more of like energy of legal or business, something like that. But it's this idea of like somebody's telling you something's going to be different, or this is the way it works. And like you are understanding the decisions that need to be made by somebody. Can't pull at your heartstrings to get you back into a toxic cycle. Okay. So if this is a relationship too, it's like that ex that's trying to, I changed and like things are different and can't we just drop this? No. Okay. Allow your experiences to inform your decisions right now. Okay. There's so much related to justice here. It's very interesting. Okay. Queen of Coins. Interesting. So this isn't an area of what you need less of. This is ruled by Sagittarius, Capricorn. It also has water energy in it. I think that we're, now I'm a Pisces, so I feel this too. I think that we are in our comfort zone a little too much, okay? I think that we are keeping ourselves safe by not going out there. And the tarot is saying that right now you should be taking action, okay? Because sometimes, like, yes, like gratitude and joy, like enjoying like all the comforts of your home are great, but like it can also become, for water signs especially, like an imprisonment. Okay, like we don't realize that it's actually preventing us from moving forward. Very interesting. Okay, now Ace of Coins, what you can change. Yes, so this is a clear sign of, okay, this is even more clear than I realized. Okay, so this coin is from Shining Her Inner Light, right? Behind her is this coin. By leaving your comfort zone, by going out there, putting yourself out there, just radiating your beautiful light, you unlock this Ace of Coins, all right? This is saying like you can change the ability to get started on something. If it's been like this business idea that you've been putting off launching, now is the time. Now remember, the retrograde is a time for like the planning, and then by Jupiter, my God, by April 20th with Jupiter direct and Uranus conjunct, launch that. You know what I mean? So it's like focus on putting yourself out there. But I'm really getting like, don't do it from home. Like even if you could like say it's a work from home thing, like go to a cafe or something. Just don't, you're meant to get out there in some way. I love this. What you need to accept. Look at Jupiter. The wheel is ruled by Jupiter, is destiny, all right? It's being aware of the cycles. And so here's something. What you need to accept is you could even be having like a Saturn return right now, or like I said, the astrological placements, like sometimes things happen for a certain reason. And then once we can be aware of it, it lessens the hurt, okay? But you need to accept that the wheel is moving in your favor, but you have to move with it, okay? If you're not moving with it, you're just going to be a cog in the wheel. You're just going to, like, life's going to throw you wherever it wants. You have to be at the center of the wheel, all right? So you need to accept that part of your good luck and your destiny means you taking control of your destiny, okay? And not in a way of your ego saying, this is how it's going to be, but by being receptive to the energy around you. Okay, now end of the month, Ace of Swords. This is amazing. I just feel like, especially with the Queen of Swords here, this is breaking free. This is liberation. It's determination. And it's being prepared to move forward. And so those opportunities coming in, these new opportunities, you're being gifted something wonderful of being able to just charge forward, okay? And it's because of that new shift from the Capricorn paradigm to the Aquarian age. And you can't be scared of any new ideas that might, again, throw you out of your comfort zone, okay? Don't be scared of that. This is freedom. And again, it's freedom from like a certain thought pattern, a certain belief. Like I said, it can be a belief in like how we think the world works, belief in ourselves, belief in others, whatever it is, but very cool. Okay. Let's get some past life energy for Scorpio. So past life energy. All right, let's see what we got. Wow, you got transportation. Okay, I think this might have, this is some really strong Gemini influence going on in this reading, because Gemini's got this too. And they got all those court cards. And remember, court cards are people in our life. So the people you surround yourself with have a very strong influence on you. Very strong influence on you. This can also be something too related to Gemini season, okay? But there's just a lot of Gemini energy in here. So let's read more about this card. This card signifies that you had intense experiences involving transportation in prior lifetimes. This is especially true if you presently have phobias related to airplanes, cars, and so on. And these fears don't disappear as a result of getting traditional counseling or hypnotherapy. In those cases, you likely suffered a traumatic past life event in some type of vehicle, which has caused you to lose trust in it. You may have been involved in an invention of a form of transportation or related technology, and that wants to serve you in this lifetime. This includes those who lived during the time of Atlantis, when transportation was fueled by solar and crystal power. Your life purpose may involve reawakening the knowledge of alternative modes of transportation, which could be environmentally beneficial to the world at this time. All right, I'm going back to that solar eclipse when what I said about all this information that's trying to come down to you. It could be tied to this. And that Gemini energy, or those people in your life, they're probably part of that community too. And the solar energy, like solar knowledge, like all these solar flares happening, the solar eclipse, like all of this is very strong energy, and it's affecting all of us. So do not shy away from the information and the epiphanies that are coming in this month, okay? All right. Empowering question. What empowering question is going to help Scorpios? What empowering question is going to help Scorpios embrace this hidden knowledge? Interesting. So what am I thankful for? What am I thankful for? I want with this too, how can, again, like not thankful, like what are you thankful for when it comes to you? I don't want you to like to focus too much on things, but like feelings and lessons and like stuff like that, okay? All right, let's get an archetypal card. This can either be you or somebody in your life. The most important part is that you are the hero of your own journey, Scorpios, okay? Wow, that was quick. Okay, here we go. Saboteur. Light attributes highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the change it would bring into your life. And shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Now, again, this can be you or somebody in your life. But by not going out there holding yourself back it's a form of self-sabotage, okay? It's also probably where this fear comes, like we've been betrayed before so many times that like we just don't want to deal with it anymore. Very interesting. Okay, now let's get a dragon card for you. What dragon energy? It is the year of the dragon, so that's why I am doing these dragon cards for 2024. Remember, you're the dragon too, Pluto and Aquarius. I mean, we are meant to shine. We are meant to transform. We are meant to answer that wake-up call, stepping to our power. This is a cool one. All right. I'm distracted by the dragon's muscles, which also look very phallic. Okay. Gold and silver violet flame dragon. Transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. This is that little Nikki energy I was telling you. When somebody comes with you with something, you just send back, all right? Transmute that old toxic energy. Because remember too, like my favorite astrologers, Pam Gregory, Heather Ensworth, they keep talking about, even though we're in the air Aquarian age, the power that water is going to have. Because remember, Aquarius is the water bearer, the water bringer. Like there's water energy in the Aquarian card, even though it's an air sign, okay? It's very strongly related to water. And so make sure you identify the power that you have in this new paradigm. Okay. So let's see what crystal energy is going to help you with your personal power. Nice. Okay. You got zircon, which is life changes. So this again, collectively, this is a big transformational month. All right. Like this is going to help you embrace those life changes. So if you can get some of this, take a screenshot of this card, whatever you need to do, but be very mindful of that energy this month. Okay. All right, Scorpios, we're going to do one clarifier and then we're going to close this out. Thank you so much again for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button. And again, comment if it resonates in a certain way. Share with somebody you think needs to hear this message. And let's see, because remember too, it's like, even if it's like somebody where you don't think they have any Scorpio in their chart, even like it could be affecting like a specific house that Scorpio rules in their chart, okay? Or a planet. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, wow. Okay, this is amazing. Look at, this is big. Okay, Scorpios, claim that. Like this is, I'm so excited for you. This is so liberating and it's powerful. So not only is it liberating, it's powerful. This is you taking your power back. Like the tarot is very clear. You are taking your power back. It's just make sure that you do as you say, okay? This is ruled by Taurus as well. So I think that April 20th, Jupiter and Taurus, Uranus and Taurus conjunct. Big, big, big. Practice what you preach, okay? And choose love. Wow, yeah, it's a very clear-cut choice. And it has to do with a past hurt, okay? Little Nikki, that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. As always, Scorpios, shine your inner light. You've got this.